Hello everyone, my name is Baraka Campbell and I attend the James Baldwin School in Chelsea, but you guys already knew that, thanks Nicole. Tonight's theme is supporting excellence and opportunity, something this organization excels at. NYC Outward Bound Schools support students our city seems to have abandoned. I was one of those students, and although my story is unique, my need for individualized support and care was not. When I first started high school, I was admitted to a selective school for performing artists. The best way to describe my experience there was being thrown into the middle of the ocean and drowning. You see, before this, I was homeschooled, so even though I had grown intellectually, my social skills were stunted. Emotionally, I was an 11-year-old in a 14-year-old's body, flung into a mature world I didn't really understand. I tried to stay under the radar, floating from class to class, unnoticed by all. My GPA plummeted. My parents said I had fallen into a hole. They could no longer reach me. When you're a sophomore, like I was, and your school isn't working out, there are not a lot of good public school options for you. I lucked out and landed at the James Baldwin School. I was immediately greeted by students and teachers alike. My classes were built to make sure everybody understood the material. Nobody was being left behind because the school would work with us to make sure that we would become the best that we could be. If you could rewind my life, you would not believe that that young man is this young man. This transformation is at the very heart of this organization. It brings out the potential in all of us. It sticks with us until we are the best versions of ourselves. In my opinion, that is the very definition of support. Today, I've been offered many scholarships from different schools, including Hampshire, Beloit, and Howard. After much consideration, I've chosen Howard, one of the best historically black colleges, and I plan to intern at the Smithsonian. But enough about me. Let's talk about our two honorees, Stuart Bohart and GreaterNY, as represented by Cheryl, Cohen, Effron. Their story starts in November 2008, a time we all remember. The financial markets are collapsing. Businesses are closing. Less known is the reality that nonprofit organizations across the city are also getting hit hard. As Cheryl expressed, our best nonprofits were falling apart. The foundations supporting them had less to give, their donors had less to give, the city had less to give, and the clients had greater needs. Armed with a deep sense of civic duty, she had an idea that would change the game for both nonprofits and the private sector. Working with the mayor's office and business leaders across the city who have served on nonprofit boards, she and Jamie Rubin founded a program called GreaterNY. It would pair outstanding corporate executives with nonprofit executives whose organizations would receive city funding to develop leadership solutions in this new business environment. One of GreaterNY's best matchmaking successes was its pairing of this organization's president, Richard Stopel, with Stu Bohart of Fortress Investment Group. Cheryl knew the match was right immediately upon putting these two menches in the same room. Stu's partnership with Richard led to an analysis of the board's strengths and weaknesses, a rebranding process, a new website, and a new earned income business. Eventually, Stu joined NYC Outward Bound's board, where he now serves as vice chair. He's also chair of the board development committee. In other words, GreaterNY, Cheryl, and Stu are the very embodiment of tonight's supporting excellence and opportunity theme. Their deep work has allowed NYC Outward Bound schools to thrive so that students like me have the opportunity to reach our full potential. And so, it is my honor to introduce to you, in succession, the co-founder of GreaterNY, Cheryl Cohen Effron, a mention in our own right, and following Cheryl, our beloved board member, Stu Bohart.